Welcome back, watch friends. Louis from the Whole Cut here. This is the Rotary. Well, I don't know exactly what this is, but it's a Rotary with a tiger's eye dial, a quartz movement, and a brick bark style bracelet. It dates to the 1970s when this style of cuff bracelet watch was quite popular, with brands like Piaget being the main exponents of this style. You may have noticed that there is no crown on this watch. Because it has a quartz movement and there is no need to wind the movement, the hands are adjusted by using this little doofer on the side, which only adds to the jewellery feel of the watch. A single press advances the minute hand by 1 minute, whereas holding it for 3 seconds advances the hour hand by 1 hour. It doesn't seem like the most robust system, but this watch is almost 50 years old, so they must have got something right. Nevertheless, you don't see it in modern watchmaking. The brick style bracelet with its bark effect finish is quite unusual and is again something you don't see often in modern watchmaking. If you haven't already guessed, it is gold plated, not solid gold, which the solid stainless steel case back sort of gives away. The tiger's eye dial really is the highlight though, as it shimmers in the light, although the lack of sunshine has done it a bit of a disservice in this footage. It is a two-hander with slim sword hands, which would hide the fact that it is a quartz watch to the casual observer, but for the quartz text emblazoned on the dial. Of course, this watch dates to a time when quartz movements were cutting edge and brands wanted customers to know that a watch was quartz. The classic Rotary logo is stamped below the 12 o'clock and the hour markers are simple batons. Let's quickly run through the dimensions. The watch measures 24mm in width, with a thickness of just 6mm. The lug-to-lug, if you can call it that, is 31mm, but as an integrated bracelet watch, it's pretty much irrelevant. The bracelet tapers to 20mm at the clasp. You can remove links, and there are a couple of positions on the clasp to get a good fit. I honestly can't tell you what type of crystal this watch has, and as it's a few decades old, it's safe to assume that it has little to no water resistance whatsoever. I don't really have any information on the movement either. It didn't keep time when I first got it, even though the seller said they had fitted a new battery and that it worked perfectly. I thought about wearing it broken, but I decided that was stupid, and so I took it to a watchmaker, and it turned out that there was a little bit of corrosion and debris in the battery compartment. So he kindly cleaned it up for me and added a little oil to the movement, and now it keeps time nicely. I also asked him to adjust the bracelet for me because I didn't trust myself not to damage it with it being so old, but he said the brass pins are like new. The condition is pretty mind-blowing considering the age of the watch. It's like it's been sat in a drawer unworn for decades. I paid £44.29 for this watch on eBay, which I think is an absolute steal. I thought it was worth a punt for that sort of money because even if the condition was bad or I just hated it, it was only a few quid. As it turns out, it's extremely elegant. It's slim and petite, which nicely offsets the gold tone. I think smaller is always better when it comes to gold watches. It is an acquired taste and the design is very dated, but it's interesting and somewhat unique, definitely something you won't see on other people's wrists very often. If you want the real deal, a solid gold watch in this style from a brand like Piaget is likely to set you back a good few £1,000s. So if you have hardly any money, this is a great option. You can buy similar looking Rotary watches with mechanical movements, but they tend to cost a couple of £100 or more, which makes them a riskier proposition. If the movement is a lemon, it will be costly to replace or rectify. There may be some that say watches like this are junk and belong in the past, but I don't buy or collect watches based on consensus or what's trendy or popular. That's the beauty of it. We all value different things and collect for different reasons, and I value standing out from the crowd a lot. I want to show you that you don't have to spend loads of money to get something special. I doubt this style of watch will ever see a real mainstream revival, But with Piaget being the brand name on everyone's lips right now, and vintage inspired solid gold watches coming out left, right and centre, you never know. Let me know in the comments what you think. That's all I've got time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.